Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh on KDKA-TV. I'm your host, John Klein. Today, 6 excellent tri-state businesses. Coming up, Joe Fleckenstein from Live-In Furniture will show you a nifty new chair that you're going to want in your family room. Carol Semple-Thompson will tell us all about the 2010 Women's U.S. Open Golf Tournament that will be here at Oakmont next summer. Attorney Melissa Hutz from Barron & Budd Law will talk to us about protecting our legal rights. And finally, Dr. Bill Stiles from the Hypnotherapy Clinic will show us how easy it is to lose weight or to stop smoking through hypnosis. But right now, let's welcome attorney David Miller of Michael J. O'Connor and Associates, who will help you with some legal issues regarding nursing homes. Welcome to Showcase Pittsburgh, David.
Thank you, John.
Now, I know that Michael J. O'Connor specializes in nursing home neglect. What qualifies as neglect?
John, neglect in a nursing home setting is the failure of the nursing home to provide essential services to a resident, which would include food, shelter, supervision, or medical care.
This is something that unfortunately could affect any of us as our parents and grandparents get older, and with the population of Western Pennsylvania being a little bit older, this could be something that could be ground zero for just about anybody watching today. What are some of the causes of nursing home neglect?
John, the most frequent causes we see are understaffing or unqualified staff. We need to understand that nursing homes are filled with varying levels of nursing staff, CNAs, resident nurses, and most often it's the CNA level that we see, the underqualified. There's a high turnover in that area, and also just a matter of funding on the corporate level to have enough staff, enough hands on deck to perform the essential services. Before
we got started, you told me there are some great nursing homes in Western Pennsylvania that most of ours rate pretty high.
That's true. There's a good and bad all throughout the state. There's over 700 nursing homes. There are some great 5-star rated nursing homes in Western Pennsylvania and right around the corner from downtown Pittsburgh. And I would urge your listeners to go on the Medicare's website, and there's a great tool to be used. It's called Nursing Home Compare, and it's a 5-star rating system. And I would urge your listeners to do the research to make sure that their loved ones get into a highly rated nursing home.
What are some of the signs that I should look for if I suspect nursing home neglect in somebody I care about?
Some of the biggest ones are malnutrition, dehydration, unexplained decline in health, development of pressure ulcers, frequent falls, or just basically a general deterioration in the residents' or the loved one's health without any explainable cause.
I would assume this is a lot more common than what we're hearing every day, where you might get a phone call and think, oh, it's not happening to me, and then all of a sudden it really is.
It really is, John, and it's kind of scary. It's why I do this work. There's been some changes in the law in the past, and we're trying to press for more changes. But it's essential for the family members to stay involved in the loved one's care in the nursing home. It's a shame that they have to be that way, but if they're not in there a couple times a week or at least once a week monitoring what's going on, we just don't know what's going to happen.
You told me that the laws did change a couple of years back, and I'm assuming for the better. What kind of laws were changed that we're living with today?
In 1987, the federal government took a look. They did a study at nursing homes and decided something needed to be done. So they passed what's called the OBRA regulations in 1987, which is basically an overhaul of what nursing homes have to do to remain qualified and certified under Medicare and Medicaid. And essentially what that has done is set forth in federal regulations, and actually pretty clear for the federal government, came out and set forth residents' rights as well as minimum standards that these nursing homes have to meet.
What do I do immediately if I suspect neglect, or if I get that phone call and somebody's claiming something wrong is happening? What should I do immediately?
Immediately you want to get on the phone and talk to the administration at the nursing home and find out what's been going on, if they're aware of the situation, and if so, and they hadn't contacted you yet, why they didn't contact you. If it's a neglect type of situation, they may want to talk to an attorney right away or contact the Department of Health or the local ombudsman, who will do, hopefully will perform a survey and investigate the complaints. If it's, unfortunately this does happen, but physical abuse, sexual abuse, then you probably want to be in touch with a district attorney.
What rights do nursing home residents have, where I'm assuming this is something that's a lot bigger than what most people would anticipate?
That's right. Residents in nursing homes have rights that have been laid out in both federal and state regulations. Some of those include reasonable access to health and medical services, legal services as well. They have the right to keep their own doctor that they've had for many years. Sometimes the home will provide a resident doctor they can switch to, but they do have the right to keep their own doctors. To only be transferred or discharged for medical reasons. The biggest one is to be treated courteously, fairly, and to maintain the highest level of dignity and health.
What happens if somebody who's living in a nursing home complains of neglect? How is that handled?
Normally, the complaint will be made first to the administrator, as I explained. It's essential, I think, to get the Department of Health on board because they are the agency assigned in Pennsylvania to come in and do an investigation of the circumstances. And they will take a look at the medical records, talk to the staff, and talk to the resident and their family as well, and come up with an opinion.
This is something that is very serious, and if somebody is suspecting something, is there usually an issue that you found if somebody suspects something?
Not always.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Which is good news.
It's good news. Sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. Sometimes it's just a matter of, it might be a minor issue. We get calls all the time about minor issues that we direct to the Department of Health or the local ombudsman or to the family members. But there are larger issues, and I think it's better to err on the side of caution and make that call because we don't want one small thing to add up and become a big thing in the end.
If somebody watching right now needs some more information and they're thinking, wow, I have to do something, how can they get in touch with you?
They can give us a call.
Or the website?
Or our website is www.o'connorlaw.com.
This is something serious, and if you need help, David's there to help. David, thank you. If you'd like to know more about your legal rights regarding nursing homes, call him, Michael J. O'Connor Law, 1-800-518-4LAW, or log on to o'connorlaw.com. If you'd like to advertise your products or services here on Showcase Pittsburgh, call us at 412-575-2400 or email us at showcase@kdka.com. Up next, we'll talk to Joe Fleckenstein from Levin Furniture about a chair that you're going to want in your family room. That's coming up next when Showcase Pittsburgh continues.